guys, so I've got a different type of video for you today. I'm going to be trying to predict the entire game of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, so this video is just a prediction of what I think the game could be about. It's obviously not fact, it's just a prediction because the game still has a few months until release. But yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing what I think the game's about. Let's get straight into it. Okay, the first thing I think is going to happen is we're going to load up the game and there's going to be a recap of Breath of the Wild. Basically just showing us like where we've got to since like the first game. Just because if any new players like didn't have Breath of the Wild, or people just don't remember fully the story, it'll just show like a quick like minute cutscene or something about kind of what happened throughout the game. Just so everyone's up to date with where they are in the game. It then shows us the final credit scene of Breath of the Wild because that kind of tells us where the story left off. Plus, it also has Zelda saying that she's going to go and check out Vah Ruta because it stopped working. We start the game with Link and Zelda on their horses heading to Zora's domain to try and figure out why Vah Ruta stopped working. We talk to King Dorfin, who tells us that we should venture back into the Divine Beast to try and figure out what is wrong with it. Now, I know this is very unlikely, but our Great Plateau section of this game could be inside Vah Ruta trying to figure out like why it stopped working, because that would just show how far we've come from Breath of the Wild. It could also introduce us to some new things coming to Tears of the Kingdom and the new items and stuff. So I think this would be a great transition from Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. I think Zelda will come to the conclusion that Vah Ruta stopped working because the calamity was sealed. This gives her the idea to go underground under Hyrule to try and find the source of calamity from under Hyrule Castle. So her and Link venture off under the castle. Link and Zelda were underground trying to see what the source of the calamity was until they find something they weren't expecting. A human body almost looks like a statue frozen in time with mana spewing out its body. Zelda goes up to touch it and then it awakens, and this is when the first boss begins. He corrupts Link's hand and defeats both Link and Zelda at once. In this first encounter with Ganondorf, he destroys Link's Master Sword, showing that they're not ready to fight him yet. Link runs away from Ganondorf, wounded, and next to him, he sees this glider from the third trailer of Tears of the Kingdom, and he activates it by using his corrupted hand. It gets him out from under Hyrule to save him from Ganondorf. Ganondorf then wants to take over the surface land of Hyrule by lifting up Hyrule Castle and lifting up parts of Hyrule as well to create the Sky Islands. It is now Link's new quest to go around the Sky Islands and find the 7 Tears of the Kingdom hidden in the 7 dungeons guarded by 7 bosses. Well, 1 boss for each dungeon, obviously. These Tears of the Kingdom will be used to fix your Master Sword from Ganondorf's attack and make it even better so you can defeat Ganondorf once and for all. Once you collect the final Tear of the Kingdom to bring your Master Sword back to its full power, there's a massive earthquake. You see a light from under Hyrule Castle. We quickly glide down to the castle on a new glider thing, which we still don't know what it's called yet. We see that Zelda is fighting Ganondorf on her own, so as your boy Link, we obviously gotta join in and help her. We managed to defeat Ganondorf once and for all, but all the sky islands keep falling down because Ganondorf isn't alive anymore. So, Hyrule falls into its second ruin. I reckon there's a time gap, 5 years later or something. It shows Hyrule still with bits of the Sky Islands over the kingdom. And it shows Link and Zelda happy, maybe at a village. Yeah, so it's a happily ever after for Link and Zelda, which is good. Yeah, so that's what I think could happen in the next Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Feel free to leave your opinions on this prediction video. I know it was quite short, but if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. But for now, see you later.